Have you ever caught yourself thinking, how do I do this? Or, I'm not good enough. These tiny phrases might seem harmless, but they're actually powerful self-sabotage tools that reprogram you to fail. Today, I'm going to reveal how these certain phrases and negative words impact your subconscious, how the subconscious operates, and what you can do instead to turn your self-talk into a tool for success. Stay tuned to discover how to start thriving instead. Welcome to Physics-Powered Healing, where we bridge the gap between science and spirituality, transforming skepticism into belief. If you've ever felt misunderstood or undervalued for your healing gifts, this is the place for you. Unlike most healing podcasts out there, we believe integrating quantum physics with energy healing is essential to achieving profound and long-lasting transformation in your healing practice. Join me, Dr. Anastasia Chopelas, a physicist turned energy healer, to explore the scientific underpinnings of energy healing and make the mystical measurable. Welcome back. Over the years, as I interviewed, trained, and spoke with hundreds of talented and accomplished people just like you, a pattern emerged. I was surprised to learn how many of these amazing men and women were holding themselves back with their own self-talk. I've been there too. After retiring as a physics professor and diving full-time into my healing practice, I found myself uttering, "What if I can't make this work? What if I do all the right things, but I'm still broke?" However, at that time, I had an amazing coach who told me, "Anastasia, stop being a question mark and be an exclamation point." She said, "I don't know what I just said, but this message is for you." I understood the message. From that day, I changed my self-talk, and within just 5 months, I was able to replace my professor income and grow a thriving healing business. Today, I'll be sharing what I did and how it is scientifically based in the way your subconscious operates. The key in your inner programming is your subconscious. Let's look at its purpose and how it interprets what you say to yourself. Then I'll talk about ways you can reprogram it to your benefit. You will begin noticing when you say these phrases, which will then train you to say it differently from now on. It isn't easy to change your speech patterns if you've been using them for a long time. Your subconscious mind functions differently from the conscious because of the way it interprets the outside world. First, it stores and retrieves data. The information that comes out, your images and thoughts, are consistent with your self-concept. It does not reason independently but follows instructions from the conscious mind. It keeps you in a state of homeostasis, meaning it keeps you within your comfort zone. Bet you didn't know that. As soon as you venture out of it, fear pops out. This is also for your physical body, but this is to help keep you alive. However, what this means for you is that if you are not used to something like giving talks or working out or doing a new job, you will be resistant to it. You end up procrastinating and telling yourself you are incapable of doing it. It's born within you. The science behind words and subconscious programming. Your subconscious mind doesn't understand language the same way your conscious mind does. It interprets the world through symbols and can misinterpret what it hears. For example, it takes your emotions and body language into consideration when interpreting the world around it. The subconscious mind understands things, but certain abstract concepts it fails to connect what you mean to what you said. For example, the subconscious mind fails to interpret negatives. Don't fail turns into do fail. Or, I don't want to be fat turns into I want to be fat. And even I don't want to be poor turns into I want to be poor. Instead, you can use the phrase, being poor is in my rearview mirror. Being fat is in my rearview mirror. Failing is in my rearview mirror. This is a positive statement of leaving your past behind and moving into a future of success. The vibrational energy of the words you use can also program you to fail. If someone asks you, "How are you?" and your reply is, "Not bad," your mind hears bad and then gives you what you want. You can also sabotage yourself by saying just okay or good. Your subconscious mind gives you what you want. Higher vibe words like outstanding, extraordinary, or excellent as answers to how you are will change not only how you view yourself, but up-level how you feel. When my mom was still alive and I asked her how she was, it wasn't easy being 80 for her. She would answer, "I'm just terrible. Things are just awful." When I warned her that her body was going to give her just what she asked for, I asked her to be gentler on herself, and I said it all in the spirit of how much I cared for her. I told her I wanted her to last a lot longer. She then started changing it to, "It could be better," or "Things are improving." I asked if she felt as bad anymore, and she said surprisingly no. Even a stubborn 80-year-old can change how they speak. So can you. Certain phrases can also spell doom for your success. Here are two of my favorite. How often have you said or heard, "If I pass that next test," when you were in school, for example? When I heard that, and I didn't know any of this back then in detail, I thought to myself, why are they doubting themselves? When I used the phrase back then, when I passed the exam, I got strange looks as if I were arrogant. I wasn't and never was. I was only sure I was going to pass and did obviously, as I'm here now with a doctorate in a very tough subject. Using if in your sentences, such as if I make enough money, if I get enough business, if I get enough clients, imparts uncertainty. It's the first half of an if-then statement. This uncertainty vibrates at a much lower level than certainty. When I make enough money, when I succeed, when I get my degree, gives yourself the certainty. Use when rather than if, which in itself implies uncertainty. Let the false modesty give way to your success. The second overused phrase is, how do I? How do I write a book? How do I create a website? How do I make pancakes? How do I lose weight? All of these imply you don't have the skills to do these things and must rely on other people's knowledge, which in itself is insecure and uncertain. A better question to ask instead, to allow you to gain the knowledge and be independent, is, what would it take to write a book? What would it take to lose weight? What happens is then your subconscious gives you the answers or guides you to find the answers. When my daughter was in high school, she asked, how often? With art or art projects, she was a champ. She did those with no problem. If it was biology, her dyslexia made her feel uncertain about everything. I often read to her to help her out and asked her to explain what I just read, and she was great. The next day I would ask the same question, and her knee-jerk response was, I don't know how. I said, sure you do. You explained it to me yesterday. Now let's try again. With this guidance, she got more and more secure by moving off that knee-jerk reaction. And the result is she went on to graduate from college summa cum laude and got her master's from UCLA in one of the toughest majors. Changing your mindset can help you accomplish amazing things. There are several steps you can use to reprogram your subconscious. I'll bet you know exactly what they are, but let's review and look at these with fresh eyes as if you're hearing it for the first time. Positive affirmations. You can look these up and download many of these. The rules are they are in the present as if the situation is already true. They have positive language and are believable to you. What I mean by that is if you can't say $1 million flows into my bank account every month, If you don't believe it, then it won't happen for you. Put a number there instead that makes sense to you and stretches you. Visualization. You can use vision boards or meditate on your desired life outcome. When you see something that you like, cut it out. Paste it in a book. Put it on a bulletin board. Journal about it. Make it feel concrete and real in your mind. I do this when I want to create anything, whether it's artwork or a new program. Even these podcasts. Hypnosis is a direct access to your subconscious. There are plenty of meditations or audios that accomplish this. You can use self-hypnosis or go to a professional. Meditation. Meditation calms the conscious mind, making it easier to focus on the subconscious, reprogramming techniques like affirmations and visualization. Check out different kinds of meditations. I encourage you to take some of these simple steps in your daily life. Next time someone asks you, "How are you?" answer, "I'm extraordinary." Next time you have a task in front of you, say, "When I complete it," or "when I succeed," rather than "if." Next time you want to change your behavior, say, "That behavior is in my rearview mirror," rather than saying, "I don't want that anymore." Share this episode with a friend who might be struggling with negative thoughts or is stuck. If today's episode resonated with you, give it a thumbs up or 5-star rating to help spread the word. How about taking the next step in transforming your life? I'm in the process of creating a new program to elevate the health and prosperity of enlightened entrepreneurs called Quantum Activated You. I could use your help. Go to healersu.com/feedback to make a quick 20-minute, no-obligation appointment with me. Join me next time where I'll be diving into the hidden barriers that might be stopping you from your path to prosperity. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it. Thank you for tuning in to Physics-Powered Healing. You'll find resources and show notes on our website at physicspoweredhealing.com. Until next time, I'm Dr. Anastasia Chopelas, sending you golden healing light and success vibes on your journey to becoming a powerful, confident healer, coach, or empath. Remember, your gifts are so needed in this world.